Welcome to Student Vote 2018. I'm Jill St. James with KFOR. KFOR, KFRX, and Alpha Media are very proud to partner with Lincoln Public Schools every 2 years to provide Lincoln students, 4th through 12th grades, the opportunity to participate in a mock election. Joining me today is Jackie Kellison, K through 12 Social Studies Curriculum Specialist for Lincoln Public Schools, and some student volunteers to help us reveal the results here live. Now, before we reveal these results, Jackie, let's take a moment to learn a little bit more about Student Vote. Now, Student Vote has been going on for about 26 years, and Jackie, I understood that you participated in the very first Student Vote. Several others while you were a student here at Lincoln Public Schools. So what do you remember about Student Vote as a student?
Yeah, so 1992 was the first year, and I was a third grader at Rousseau Elementary, and it was the Bush-Clinton-Perot election, and I remember making campaign posters. I remember going home and talking to my parents about it, and then I remember sitting at my desk, and back then it was paper ballots. We didn't have the electronic ballots, so marking down my choices, and quite honestly, I remember the SNL skits surrounding all of the different political candidates too.
So Jackie, what does the process for Student Vote look like today, and how many students participated?
Yeah, so our final tally today was 20,587 students. We have grades 4 through 12 participate in Student Vote. Every building has a teacher advisor, and then each teacher advisor selects some student election commissioners to help them out. So all of our fine students here today were student election commissioners in their buildings, and then they kind of figure out how to make it work in their building. Sometimes they vote in their classrooms on their Chromebooks. Sometimes they set up little polling stations and check in and vote, and then get an I voted sticker. So it varies a little bit building to building, but everywhere people are voting and being engaged.
So why does Lincoln Public Schools think that this is such an important lesson for students?
Yeah, so we really try in Lincoln Public Schools to give students opportunities to be active, engaged, and informed citizens, and something like this mock simulation is just a perfect way to be able to do that in real life and in action and practice something that they're going to be continuing to do into adulthood.
So how does LPS thoughtfully teach the election process without showing any kind of preference to a particular candidate or an issue?
Right, yeah. I think it's just that we focus on the election process. So how do you vote? Where do you vote? When do you vote? What do you vote on? You know, what decisions do our leaders that we're voting on get to make, and those types of things. So we focus on the importance of voting, why it matters, both at the elementary, middle, and high school level, and then we also look at what does it mean to be an informed voter, and how can I be an informed voter.
So what are they interested in when it comes to the elections?
Yeah, well, I think, speaking on behalf of all you, I think that what they're interested in is the fact that the election stuff is everywhere. You see signs in yards, you see ads on the TV, you see it on the front page of the newspaper, so you have all of these things going on outside of the classroom, and you get an opportunity inside the classroom to make connections to those things.
All right. Now it's time to meet the real stars of the show today. All right. We have our student volunteers, and we're going to start right here, and I want you to tell us your name, your grade, and what school you're from.
My name is Alea Tomlinson, and I'm in 5th grade at Clinton Elementary School.
I'm Caden Burge. I'm a senior at North Star High School.
I'm Atticus Fina. I'm an 8th grader at Leffler Middle School.
My name is Jaden Keller. I'm a senior at Northeast High School.
My name's Hadley Kerner. I'm a 5th grader at Cooser Elementary School.
My name's McKinley Thomas, and I'm an 8th grader at Park Middle School.
All right. Caden and Alea, what did your students do in your schools to help your classmates with Student Vote? Caden?
So at my school, we made a commercial to help get awareness of the election happening, and then we made posters to put them around in the hallways, and we also made more posters to have in the election room to inform the students on who they're voting for.
And how about you, Alea?
What we did was put like a whole bunch of words, like what we're doing on the board and stuff.
Okay. All right. Atticus and Jaden, why do you think it is important for students to participate in Student Vote? Atticus?
Well, I think it's important because Students need to learn how to vote, or else when they go into it at 18, they won't have any idea what's going on.
Okay, that's a great answer. How about you, Jaden?
All right. Well, the younger generations continue to have the lowest voter turnout rate. And so I think it's important to introduce the voting process and how to become an informed voter.
All right, great answer. Hadley and McKinley, what did you learn through this whole process? Hadley?
I learned that voting is important because everyone's voice matters.
Okay, McKinley?
I learned that even though this is a midterm, it matters just as much as a presidential election.
It does, definitely. Well, thank you, everybody, for sharing all your experiences with Student Vote. Are we ready to read the results today for the election? Okay, here we go. Hadley. The first item on the ballot is the mayor term limit petition. This is a petition to limit Lincoln's mayor to no more than 3 consecutive terms in office. Hadley, can you tell us the results of the mayor term limit petition?
12,445 voted for the mayor term limit and 7,364 voted against.
All right. So 4 mayor term limit. Okay. The second item on the ballot is the Medicaid expansion petition. Jaden, this is a petition to amend the Medicaid to expand eligibility to cover adults ages 19 through 64, whose incomes are 138% of the federal poverty level or below. Only high school students voted on this issue. So Jaden, can you tell us the results for the Medicaid expansion petition?
6,091 voted for the Medicaid expansion and 1,761 voted against.
All right, so 4 Medicaid expansion. All right, Alea, for the race of Secretary of State, can you please tell us those results?
8,035 votes for Bob Evans and 11,683 voted for Spencer Denton. So Spencer Denton is the winner of the Secretary of the State race.
Okay, so Spencer Danner wins that race. Atticus, for the race of Nebraska District 1 representative in the House of Representatives, can you please tell us those results?
Well, Jill, there are 9,940 votes for Jeff Fortenberry and 9,741 votes for Jessica McClure. So Jeff Fortenberry won the race for Nebraska District 1 representative.
All right. He's going to go into radio or TV, isn't he? Yeah. All right, Caden, for the U.S. Senate race, can you please tell us those results?
8,555 votes for Deb Fisher, 8,817 votes for Jane Raybould, and 2,524 votes for Jim Schultz. So Jane Raybould won the race for Nebraska Senator in the U.S. Senate.
All right. And McKinley, the final race on the ballot for Nebraska governor. Can you tell us those results?
11,530 votes for Pete Ricketts and 8,198 votes for Bob Christ. So Pete Ricketts won the 2018 student vote election for Nebraska governor.
All right, there you go. There are our results of student vote. And as you know, student vote generally mirrors what a real election is going to be like. So maybe we'll get to see on Tuesday if you guys came pretty close to what the real results are. So congratulations on going through student vote. And thank you so much for helping us reveal those. Now, Jackie, how can our community see all of the results?
So if you go to lps.org, you can see the results of all 20,000 plus students, and you can also break it down by school. So you can see how each individual school voted from a drop down.
Okay, well, thank you, Jackie.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to all of you students for helping us reveal the results today. Pretty exciting stuff, right? Okay. And we also would like to thank our community sponsors, the Lincoln Independent Business Association Foundation, as well as Lincoln Electric System, KFOR and KFRX, and helping make Student Vote possible. And of course, we're back in 2 years with Student Vote 2020. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.